pleasure with this.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is State Representative Al Baldasaro calling in for Wayne.
There he goes, man. Look. I'm trying to talk to your wife. I'm trying to figure out what number you calling in from, and I'm so happy to have you on, sir.
What it is, I'm at a veterans tribute here in Ridge, New Hampshire, and I have no cell phone signal, so I'm using their phone.
Oh, okay, all right. Look, I miss you, man. Thank you for calling in again. I mean, last time we talked, we were just getting into it, and then we had to cut it short. But I'm glad that you had time to call in again.
Well, it's always an honor to talk to you, Wayne. Like I said, I'm here. I'm in the back of the Christian Outreach Church, and they're using their phone.
Okay.
And it's like about an hour away from where you live, in Ridge, New Hampshire. So I'm honored to be on the phone and, talk with you. And, it's great to be an American. If you hear the bombs going off, I could lie and say I'm like Hillary, I was under fire. But I can't. They're doing the 4th of July tribute.
Look, let me introduce my co-host, Cam Nelson from California, and Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr.
Good evening, First Sergeant. Glad to have you on the program.
Hoorah.
Hello, glad to have you back. And I have to tell you, your wife is precious. I love Judy.
Yes, my wife Judy. I call her my publicist for Fringe Benefits.
She's amazing. I love her.
Well,
yes,
look.
She does a great job. Wherever I go around the country on behalf of Donald Trump, they already know that I'm coming because she tweeted out 100 times.
Well, hey, believe me, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. But listen, what did you think about the this FBI thing going down today? And do you think it's going to help our candidate, or what do you think about that?
I honestly believe it's going to help because I want to believe that the American people read right through what happened. I mean, all of a sudden, Bill Clinton shows up at the tarmac with the Attorney General. A couple of days later, now Comey comes out. He reads up. I was all motivated. I was in my car coming back from a 3-day weekend on the Cape. I was all motivated listening to that. And then all of a sudden, he says, oh, we don't have enough to charge. That's a bunch of BS. The FBI was our last stand for nonpartisan. I think Comey and the Attorney General need to resign.
Yeah, you know what? And I have been seeing that basically for most of the afternoon. They're asking for him to resign. And you know what, First Sergeant, I came to the conclusion he doesn't have anything to lose by resigning because he's already kissed the ring. So, I mean, I don't know how he can get in trouble for it.
No, you're right. I mean, they put politics before country.
Right.
And it's a disgrace.
Right.
I hope, and I tweeted out today to the president that he should pardon every veteran that got caught with one piece of classified material that was used or misplaced or not stored properly, that they kicked out of the military. This is a disgrace. It's a shame. I can't believe how they're above the law. I'm so disgusted over this.
First Sergeant, I wanted to ask you a question. One of the things that kind of makes me a little bit worried about this is, do you think that this has damaged, and the administration has been damaging every bit of our culture from one end to the other, the military included, but do you think that now this does damage to the FBI and law enforcement? I mean, this is something that you're watching the director of the FBI, one of the people that you felt if anybody was going to be straight up, it was going to be this guy, and he bends over like this.
I have to agree, it is going to damage. And I must say, I've been telling everybody the FBI is the honorable, they're nonpartisan, they would never ever go against the rule of law, and here they are going against it. I am so disgusted.
I am too.
And I am hoping there are still some honorable FBI agents that are considered whistleblowers that will come forward and speak out because she should have been indicted. They should read the law.
Well, I think you're right. Today it almost looked like Comey did everything he possibly could to show that she is guilty and then had to say that she wasn't. I mean, to me, we were talking about this earlier, and I want your take on this. I believe that the FBI today rolled out the red carpet for Donald Trump to really go after Hillary over the next few months getting into the White House. Do you think he needs to play on what he heard today from the FBI, what they stated, that he needs to take this and literally KO her every chance he can possibly get with what happened today.
Oh, yeah.
You are right. He did feed him a lot of information on what went on, and I got to admit, this is the first time I ever heard an FBI agent or the director come out and make his recommendations that, there's no, I can't remember what he said about the lawyers that we don't have that would take this case on, his exact wording. I mean, this is a black eye on America, on the FBI, because they've been for many years, I myself and many other people have respected the FBI for what they do and how they go after people, whether you're Republican or Democrat, but they put politics first this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to First Sergeant Al Baldasaro here on the Wayne Dupree Show, here on Right Side Broadcasting Network and WAAR Radio. You are running yourself, as a matter of fact. You are running for a seat to make a difference. You want to tell our audience about that real quick?
Yeah, I'm actually running for re-election for my 6th term. I'm probably the most attacked state rep in the state of New Hampshire. I'm not politically correct. I tell it like it is. I fought for more of the legislation on veterans issues and welfare, to back to work, and other many issues. I killed the bill on the assisted suicide study, and I'm attacked all the time. But for many years, I spent my own money, and I know my wife says, something, instead of you keep spending your own money, let's see if there's supporters out there will help you fund your campaign. And, let's definitely make a difference here, because I always got to spend money for advertising and other stuff there. But I'm prepared to kick butt, take names, and hope for the best.
Hoorah!
Go ahead, Hutch.
Let me just get your take on, we don't have much time, but let me ask you something about something that Secretary of Defense Ashton Carter came out and talked about earlier. We've got all these problems going on worldwide in the South China Sea, in the Middle East, in Syria, Iraq, everywhere. But we have to make sure that we have transgendered soldiers and sailors, airmen, and Marines in our military. Do you think any of this madness that's happened for the last 8 years can be reversed by a Donald Trump administration?
It's going to have to be reversed. Because as a 22-year Marine, is one who served in Desert Storm, and also as a father who sent his son to war, we're turning our military into a social experiment, okay? As a Marine, we go to war, we break things, casualty of war. We need to get rid of the rules of engagement. We go in and do what we got to do and let God sort them out, and then we get out. This transgender stuff there is not going to get it, because as a Marine, we eat, sleep, drink out in the field. We have no showers. We don't have all this nice bathrooms and everything else that they want. I'm sorry. This is a disgrace to our military.
Well, there's also stuff that's coming out, Al, where they're saying that possibly 10 to 20% of our generals are going to be dismissed. And not only that, they're going to get rid of some of our military soldiers, and they're going to do a pathway to citizenship for the illegals coming into the United States and actually allow them to enlist into the military. What are your thoughts on that when you see stories come out from the White House? Because we see that we have a president that doesn't run anything by Congress or Senate. He's trigger happy, and he writes laws into effect and goes over everybody's heads. But when it comes to the illegal immigrants getting a pathway to citizenship and removing our current military to bring these guys in, what goes through your mind when you hear that?
What goes through my mind is Obama. He went to a Muslim school in Kenya. Right. Now, am I saying he's a Muslim? No, I'm not. Do I say it's in his bloodline? Yes, I do. Do I see him destroying our military within? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Do I see him firing great generals and admirals that are war fighters? Yes, I do. Do I see him saving the weak admirals and generals that cater to him? Yeah, I see that happening. What happened to the Pattons and the MacArthurs and the Mad Dog Mattis or the General Graves or, it's what's going on. He's destroying this country, and the liberals, the progressives don't see it, what he's doing to our military. Sequestration is destroyed the military. I mean, when you got to go to, dumps or the graveyards were for aircraft and get parts off to keep some of our planes running. This is deja vu back in the Carter days.
Right.
On what he's doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to First Sergeant Al Baldasaro here on the Wayne Dupree Show. How can people support your campaign, First Sergeant?
Well, my wife set me up a GoFundMe site. If somebody wanted to make a donation, $5, $10, $20, whatever. Every little bit helps. And like I said, but if no money comes in, I'm going to pay out of my own pocket anyways, to make a difference here, because I refuse to step and be politically correct. I refuse to give up one constitutional right. And I'll fight for the other people, just like I did for 22 years as a Marine.
What's your campaign website?
It's www.albaldasaro.com.
Right.
And I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn.
All right. Hey, well, listen, we're going to have you back. You're going to be at the convention in a couple of weeks, yes?
I sure will. My wife and I sit on the credentialing committee.
Well, then we will be. Well, look, that's Wayne Dupree, DEP.
Yeah.
You know what? And I just thought about that. Cam Nelson, Hutch Bailey Jr., Wayne Dupree. Just make sure that we're on that credentialing list. We're going to have you sit down with us at our radio row table so we can talk to you a little bit more. How's that?
Well, that's awesome. I'll tell you, I'm motivated as hell about Donald Trump.
I am too.
I will go to the end of the world because I see what this guy's going to do and the difference he's going to make in this country. And I'm glad there's supporters like you, Wayne, and your crew there that is standing up for what's right to protect this country.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, we're going to have you back in a couple weeks, and I'm praying for you. Good luck on the campaign, and anything you need from us, you just let us know.
Okay. God bless.
God bless
Hey,
you.
thanks, Top.